Time to dig into the Key Success Indicators page on the Job Fit Report. First, let's take a look at profile validity again and dig into some more specifics. There are two validity scales, self-presentation and response consistency. The first, self-presentation scale, is how much energy someone puts into managing others' perceptions of them. The higher this score, the more energy the test taker is putting into managing others' perceptions. This scale is made up of statements like, I'm always right, I've never considered telling a lie, or I've never been wrong. These are pretty unrealistic and overly virtuistic statements. If the determinator of underrepresentation appears, this suggests the candidate was overly admitting to behavioral shortcomings. A realistic representation suggests the candidate was presenting a realistic image of their personality tendencies. But when the determinator of overrepresentation appears, it suggests the candidate endorsed having highly unlikely virtues and did not admit to their behavioral shortcomings. It suggests that the test taker was trying to appear flawless and perfect. When an invalid report is produced and can't be interpreted during the hiring process, you might be thinking, well, what do I do with this invalid profile? Or do I interview the individual? Should I have them retake it? We'll answer these questions in a minute, but first, let's cover the other validity scale, response consistency. Response consistency is how consistent they are to responding to item pairs, which are two items measuring a similar construct. If someone responded inconsistently, that indicates that they contradicted themselves throughout the questionnaire. For instance, the test taker will be given an item like, I don't like when other people set goals for me. The test taker might respond, strongly agree to it so that they appear to be a stronger candidate. But then the test taker will be given another item like, I do best when my routine is set for me. Here the test taker might also say, strongly agree. But when we look at the two items, we see that they are asking essentially the same question, but the test taker is not responding consistently. If the test taker responds inconsistently throughout the report, it will come back as invalid. Then we have random responding. This occurs when a candidate is habitually inconsistent on 15 or more similar item pairs and essentially answers at random throughout the questionnaire. Let's jump back to what an overrepresented or invalid profile might mean for you and your organization. An overrepresented profile will be invalid and can't be interpreted. Our predictive data shows that individuals who produce an invalid profile are 5 to 7 times more likely to file frivolous worker compensation claims and are 4 times more likely to walk off the job or be terminated within the first 90 days, both of which are high-risk and costly situations. Using the Job Fit Report and profile validity scales will help you to screen out those costly applicants. Screening out these applicants will not necessarily eliminate your applicant pool. In fact, only about 7%, or put another way, 7 out of every 100 people will produce an invalid profile, meaning the overwhelming majority of test takers are honest and do produce valid profiles. Now that we've covered the importance of profile validity, let's jump back to the Key Success Indicators page. Key Success Indicators provide you with an at-a-glance view of the test taker's likelihood for success based on their personality traits. This likelihood for success can change considerably when additional information such as cognitive capacity, technical skills and knowledge, and past experiences are factored in. Just a reminder, the WSQ-Discovery Job Fit Report does not provide insight into these areas, so it's important to bring in the other data during your interviewing process when making a decision. You'll notice here there is a key for what the colors mean. Red means the test taker scored between 0 and 199, and the interpreter should pay special attention to this index as it will be a prominent derailer for the individual in the job, and they will likely struggle. Orange is a score between 200 and 349. The interpreter should interpret it with caution as it might be a derailer for the individual and get in their way when performing the necessary job-specific tasks. Gray is a score between 350 and 499. The interpreter should be curious about this section and seek more information. Green is a score between 500 and 999. This suggests the test taker is on target and likely to align with the needs of the role. Again, at a glance, the Key Success Indicator page provides quick insight into the test taker. All 4 indices matter and are weighted equally. You'll want to pay particular attention to the red, yellow, and gray areas and hone in on the most important ones for you and your organization to see if the test taker is a good fit. A good fit will depend on the resources you have available, how much time you have to devote to training and helping this person be successful, as well as the context with which they're entering, like the organization's culture, the team you already have in place, and your own skills and abilities. Underneath the Profile Validity section are the remaining screening indices. An important note, no one index is more important than the other, and each one gets a different area of focus and are measured with equal weight. If you have more time to drill down, you can look at each section and the remainder of the report. But first, let's dig into what each index represents. The Personality Fit Index is determined by comparing the candidate's personality against the job-relevant traits of the position. The Onboarding Success Index provides insight into what areas of the job transition the new employee may need additional support. The Manager Alignment Index provides information about how effective the employee-leader relationship is likely to be. Again, a reminder, if anyone who has completed the WSQ-Discovery is not selected, this section will not be included. You can select any individual in your dashboard when you run the report. The Stress Impact Index provides insight into the overall impact of stress on the test taker's behavior, as well as information on how much job-specific personality traits may change under stress. Next, let's focus on what the numbers mean next to each index. The numbers here are the index numbers and represented by the color scale as well. The box below has another number listed. This is how many traits are outside of the target range for that particular job profile. The higher the number, the more areas of focus to drill down on and to be curious about. When using the job fit report, a good question to ask yourself when looking at the report is, knowing what I know as an organization, do we have what it takes to help this person be successful? Or, put another way, as a leader, do I have what it takes, whether it be time, resources, skills, or abilities, to help this person be successful here? That's it for the Key Success Indicators page. Click the next video to learn more about the Personality Fit with Position Index page.